Hey guys, it's 1970 here, and today I'm showing off my well, um, better Bakugan cards. Well, actually, I don't know what I think they're called gates. It's the stuff where you put them. This is one of my bigger Bakugans I've had. Where you just put it on there so they can just pop open. So, yeah, these are the cards you put on the Bakugans. So they just pop open and they give them different kind of abilities and stuff like that. Um, so first, I'm gonna show you. They created some of these ones. They are big metal cards. I usually have three of these. I only have one of them now. Uh, it's been through a lot of moving and stuff, and just cannot find them anymore. So yeah. So the one I have is Dusin Octopus. Trying to show you guys as best as I can because it's how big it is. Gives different powers to all the stuff that's on the board, of course. Like every single one will be. Has 200 for fire, 250 for water, 150 for earth, 100 for light and 0 for dark, 50 for wind. Okay. Now let's go over the small ones. This one is Card Force. It has 20 for fire, 0 for water, 20 for earth, 0 for light, 0 for not 0, 20 for dark, and 0 for wind. We're going to go over the building board because I just wanted to show you guys the cards and what the number of the abilities they have. Building gate. 150 for fire, 100 for water, 130 for earth, 80 for light, 50 for dark, and 0 for wind. I have two of fire pits. 140 for fire, 120 for water, 80 for earth, 20 for light, 20 for dark, and 60 for wind. A lot of these are going to be different ones because I didn't know how long first, and then these are I think the fire ones. I'm not exactly sure. I just go with the fire because I'm mostly like this art design looks like a fire one, but the highest on this one is the, the light for some reason and partners. So there's the fire one is 80 for fire, water 60, Earth 100, 150 for light, 50 for dark, and 130 for wind. 'Cause I don't get that. All that. It looks like it's B for fire, but it's not. Next, we got Cash Up. Two of those. 80 for fire, 90 for water. Earth is 50, light is 50, darkness is 60, and then wind is 80. Gun, Gunum, or Gate. Gunnar or Gate, I think it was it. A little bit more. Has 200 for fire, 110 for water, 90 for earth, 10 for light, 100 for dark, and then 180 for wind. Next we have Feel of Fire. 160 for fire, 50 for water, 90 for earth, 40 for light, and 140 for dark, 100 for wind. My bad. Okay, you must miss this one. I actually got two. The Gator's Gate. Didn't realize it. Next we have the Drag. Two of those. 150 for fire, 50 for water, 100 for earth, 90 for light, 130 for dark, 20 for wind. Now let's go on the light ones. First we have Light Buster. 50 for fire, 50 for water, 90 for earth, 200 for light, 170 for dark, and then 110 for wind. Also, you guys don't know how old these cards are. They're pretty old. So not all of them are in the greatest condition. Like the first one I showed you, it's still been tearing on that one. Try to keep them in because I've been keeping them in the boxing I've had for them for years. Yeah. So Rainbow, 80 for fire, 60 for water, 20 for earth, 90 for light, 70 for dark, and then 50 for wind. Then we got Power Up. This is another one that doesn't make sense. Because fire's 80, 110 for water, 90 for earth, light is 50, 60 is dark, and then 90 is wind. This is supposed to be light, and the main power up is for water on it. That's the highest power up. Mirror Gate. Two of those. 100 for fire, 0 for water, 120 for earth, 190 for light, 90 for darkness, and then 160 for wind. Now we'll go on to the earth ones. So first we have Quiet Sam. Fire 80, 60 water, 90 for earth, 120 for light, 140 for dark, and then 90 for wind. Open field. 170 for fire, 70 for water, 200 for earth, 90 for light, 130 for darkness, and then 120 for wind. Next, we have Eastern Mountain. 50 for fire, 90 for water, 200 for earth, 170 for light, 110 for darkness, and then 50 for wind. Then we have warmness. Warmness. This looks like either the fire one or dark or earth one. I was not exactly sure on this card. The design kind of throws me off a little bit. So I was not exactly sure on him. Fire is 40, 100 for water, 110 for earth, 50 is light, 60 is dark, and then 150 for wind. Even though the highest is wind on this card, I know it's not a wind because that does not look like a wind Bakugan at all. Next we have Muddy Ground. 20 for fire, 60 for water, 120 for earth, 120 for light, 180 for dark, and then 20 for wind. Then we have Triangle Gate. 50 for fire, 100 for water, 100 for earth, 100 for light, 50 for dark, and 50 for wind. Now we're on to the dark ones. And now I'm going to be doing the wind ones next. And then the water ones are going to be last. I should have gone in the same thing of the symbols, but I didn't. Oh, over here. Card Force. So this is another one, the Card Force. There are a few different kind of card forces, but there's not a lot. Um, 90 for fire, 80 for water, 110 for earth, 50 for light, 120 for dark, and then 70 for wind. Gloom gate. Gloomy gate. 150 for fire, 50 for water, 130 for earth, 60 for light, 160 for dark, and then 100 for wind. Next we have stack or stink. I think it's stink. 60 for fire, 80 for water, 50 for earth, 20 for light, 90 for dark, and then 70 for wind. Next are two cards I was kind of confused on. I think, well, they represent dark and they represent wind for this one. As lightning feel, but the highest on it is darkness. So 150 for fire, 80 for water, 150 for earth, 100 for light, 170 for dark, 50 for wind. So I'm not entirely sure on that Bakugan either. And this one I would say just looks more towards light, but it's also towards dark on this one too. There was some episodes I remember back in the show where they kind of were mixing different types into two Bakugans. 150 for fire, 80 for water, 170 for earth, 120 for light, 200 for darkness, and then 100 for wind. Jeez, catch this back in a while. Gate of Doom. Got 100 for fire, 100 for water, 110 for earth, 10 for light, 150 for darkness, and then 80 for wind. And then we got Mantis. 50 for fire, 110 for water, 60 for earth, 150 for light, 90 for darkness, and then 120 for wind. Okay, now we got the wind attributes one. Then water is next. Gate of wind. Only got two of these. The gate of dark one, and then the gate of wind. Wish I had more, but I don't. So 80 for fire, 120 for water, 0 for earth, 110 for light, 100 for darkness, and then 150 for wind. Then we got live. 70 for fire, 170 for water, 120 for earth, 130 for light, 90 for darkness, and then 200 for wind. 90 for darkness, and then 200 for wind. 90 for darkness, and then 200 for light, 90 for darkness, and then 200 for wind. 90 for darkness, and then 200 for light, 90 for darkness, and then 200 for wind. 90 for darkness, and then 200 for light, 90 for darkness, and then 200 for wind. 90 for darkness, and then 200 for light, 90 for darkness, and then 200 for wind. 90 for darkness, and then 200 for light, 90 for darkness, and then 200 for wind. 90 for darkness, and then 200 for light, 90 for darkness, and then 200 for wind. 90 for darkness, and then 200 for light, 90 for darkness, and then 200 for wind. 90 for darkness, and then 200 for light, 90 for darkness, and then 200 for wind. 90 for darkness, and then 200 for light, 90 for darkness, and then 200 for wind. 90 for darkness Also, you kind of recognize him from being the water one. Well, back in the show, um, I don't know if this is supposed to be him or the other one because there was two back in the show. I haven't really watched the show. I don't remember most about it by the seconds. But there was two different ones of him. You can change his attribute of different kind of attributes on the board, so you can make sure he's always there's actually an attribute of the highest one. That was great about him. Next we got Ocean Spikeway. Spikeway, I think. I don't know. 40 for fire, 150 for water, 20 for earth, 140 for light, 100 for darkness, and then 180 for wind. And then we're on the last one card, which is Overwing. 80 for not 80. 0 for fire, 100 for water, 100 for earth, 150 for light, 50 towards darkness, and then 200 and wind. Now for the water ones, and that's the last one. Lemnos. 50 for fire, 40 for water, 90 for earth, 100 for light, 450 for dark, and then 60 for wind. There's another one of the weird ones where I know this is supposed to be water, but the height on here is dark for some reason. Next we got re- reflection field. Not reflection field. Reflection gate. Turn that. 100 for fire, 150 for water, 50 for earth, 150 for light, 50 for dark, and then 100 for wind. And then Semnemnis. Or Semnes. I heard her name from the show, so I would have told you, but I can barely read this one. 20 for fire, 170 for water, 110 for earth, 80 for light, 110 for darkness, and then 50 for wind. And that's all of the cards. But that's going to take a little bit longer. But yeah, that's all of them. Like I said, I've had these for years. So yeah. Oh, and this is the thing that I've had for years for just had them end and stuff for the metal ones and for the build cards, of course. As you can see, one of the build cards are on top. Do you ever want me to explain to you what the full abilities do for each card? I can. Let me know. Um, chat and stuff. Well, comments, not chat. Yeah, comments. Let me know in comments and down below. Let me know if do you ever want me to explain what some of these cards do? Not all of them have a specific kind of ability that become with, but most of them do. But yeah, that's all. That's all the metal cards I have now, and ability cards. Other thing I wanted to let you guys know, I've been doing a TikTok thing, um showing off some of my old Bakugan's on there. I've just started it a couple for a week. Well, I would say 2 weeks at most, two maybe 3 weeks at most. Call something different on there. If I couldn't call myself this actual name I have on here. Um, Name on there is 97TY. Well, at 97TY. Has that at thing on it for some reason. I will try to see if I can put a link to it in the comments. Well, link to it down below to if you guys check it out if you want to. I've only done 3 videos so far on it on Walk On so far. If you guys want to see the Walk Ons I've been showing off, you can. This the one I showed off earlier was one of the ones I recently showed off. I'm showing off the big ones first, and then I'm going to be showing off the um not not the small ones yet. It's going to be a big one, and then it's going to be like one of the special kind of Bakugans that has kind of something to combine to be into it. But I do not have all pieces for that, so I'm going to say sorry for advance on that one. Also, it's not full combine. There's well, you'll see. I'm not trying not to spoil it for you, but if you guys want to check that out, you can. Um, if you guys enjoyed some of my old Bakugans, if you guys did, not Bakugan metal cards. So, my fun was that, and see you guys later. Peace. This is Next MT signing off.